Wildlife tourism in India invites you to unravel the wonder that is the country's rich natural heritage. The protected wilderness includes more than 50 national parks and some 250 sanctuaries. India's climatic and geographic diversity makes it the home of more than 350 mammals and 1,200 species of birds, many of them unique to the subcontinent. Wildlife tourism is designed to provide the visitor access to designated zones with excellent infrastructure for accommodation and transport. Nature and wildlife have been an integral part of the Indian consciousness. Water itself, as with trees and animals, has been revered and has become an integral living part of India's myths and rituals. Bandhavgarh National Park is a living museum. The natural fort in the heart of the park is believed to have been built by Lord Ram, the hero of the epic Ramayana, more than 2,000 years ago on his way back from defeating the demon king Ravana of Lanka. Rock inscriptions in the caves date back to the 1st century BC. Bandhavgarh is located in the Vindhya hills of Madhya Pradesh in central India. The park area of more than 400 square kilometers has bamboo groves and mixed forest of sal, dhobin, saja, and large stretches of grasslands. Amidst these, wildlife abounds. Viewing it depends on skill as much as on luck. The parks have experienced guides to take visitors around. The gaur, better known as the Indian bison, is the largest of the world's wild oxen. They are the prima donnas of the sanctuary, preferring forests away from human habitation. India's sanctuaries have more species of wildlife than any other country or continent. There are more than 8 varieties of deer alone. Of the 6 greatest cats in the world, India has 5, compared to Africa's 2. Bandhavgarh is famous for its tiger show. India has more than 4,000 tigers. Some rare species, like the white tiger, are bred in captivity. There are less than 100 in all of the world. Less than 300 kilometers northeast of Delhi, cradled in the foothills of the Himalayas, on the banks of the Ramganga River, lies the Corbett National Park, India's first. It covers a vast area of more than 500 square kilometers. The gharial, or the fish-eating crocodile, is one of the rare species found in India, till recently threatened with extinction. Today, more than 2,000 gharial have been bred in captivity in places such as Nandankanan, but more than half of them have been released into the wild, as at Corbett. They are sought after by poachers for their valuable skins. The sprightly and ornamented cheetal or spotted deer is amongst the most common of the larger mammals in all of India's sanctuaries. The jackal, another member of the dog species, unlike its cousin the wolf, hunts alone. The peacock is believed to have the ability to foretell rain. It begins to dance at the first appearance of clouds. Even birds and animals need time to themselves. Parks and sanctuaries have timings for human visitors during daylight hours. Corbett's forests are dense and lush, with more than 110 species of trees. The forests are home to a rich variety of birds, reptiles, and mammals. And of course, to the king of the jungle, the tiger. Nandankanan Sanctuary is in fact a modern zoological park located near Bhubaneswar in the eastern state of Orissa. The name Nandankanan is derived from the mythological Nandanvan, the pleasure garden of the gods. Here you see a rich variety of animals and simulated habitats. The hippopotamus is a permanent guest from Central East Africa. It is found usually in rivers, swamps and lakes. For bird lovers, the park offers a bounty of feathered surprises that you can see from up close. Monkeys are held sacred, their protection assured by the legend of the monkey god Hanuman, who helped the divine Prince Ram rescue his bride Sita. The Mithun is a crossbreed between the Gaur and the local species of cattle, the Indian bison. They are found primarily in the northeast of India. The cunning wolf hunts small animals like the deer, antelopes, birds and reptiles. The lion is a major attraction at Nandankanan. Traveling in armored buses, a safari spread over an undulated scenic area of 20 acres allows you to watch these lions from close. The majestic lion has a unique place in India. More than 2,000 years ago, Emperor Ashoka inscribed some of his edicts on the famous lion capital of Sarnath. Today, this is the emblem of the Republic of India. The Kaziranga National Park in the eastern state of Assam lies on the banks of the mighty Brahmaputra River, literally, the son of Brahma, who according to legend is the creator of the universe. Each year with the onset of the monsoons, the river overspills its banks, giving the sanctuary a short season from January to May. The reserve sprawls over 400 square kilometers of grassland and impenetrable jungle. Grasslands are usually excellent raptor country, and Kaziranga is no exception. The reserve has a large number of pelicans. The swamps are home to a diverse avifauna on the shallow watersides. In almost all the wildlife reserves, the visitor needs to give himself a few days to have a reasonable chance of seeing wildlife at close quarters. Wild buffalo are notoriously bad-tempered, but are in fact just shy of human beings. They are a common sight here. India is host to several species of bears. They are good climbers and get most of their food from fruit trees. The stars of Kaziranga are the Indian one-horned rhinoceros. Once threatened with extinction, today you cannot miss seeing them in any foray deep into the sanctuary. If you're lucky, you can see them from unnervingly close quarters. Ranthambore National Park in Rajasthan in western India was once the preserve of the Maharajas of yore. The fort, a citadel of Rajput rule. The fort at Ranthambore is both a testament to history and to a living secular tradition unique to India. Here different faiths coexist. India's heritage embodies a profound reverence for nature and all living things. Jogi Mahal is the hunting lodge at the water's edge. Most animals are nocturnal, so the best time to see them is early in the morning or late in the evenings. The best place to watch wildlife is usually at waterholes. The sambar is the largest and the most widespread of the Indian deer. A large stag can weigh up to 300 kilograms and grow to more than 5 feet in height. It is essentially a nocturnal animal and shy. Monkeys are social animals, living in troops of up to 100. They are essentially vegetarian. The Ranthambore National Park covers an area of more than 400 square kilometers. Ranthambore hosts one of the largest banyan trees in India. The banyan, with its ever-spreading roots, has for centuries symbolized thought, meditation, and spirituality. The Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary is an example of how India has harmonized the imperatives of development with a commitment to the environment and wildlife. A dam has created a reservoir of 55 square kilometers in the midst of spectacular forests. For the animals and the birds, the reservoir provides a perennial water supply. A typical sight are the birds, which bask on the remnant poles of the submerged forests. The only flat areas of Periyar are the marshy grasslands at the ends of the fingers of the lake. The forest around the lake ranges from the tropical evergreen with trees as high as 130 feet to the deciduous. The dense tree canopy allows only a limited amount of sunlight. In the moist, dark corridors, a variety of flora abound. There is perhaps no sanctuary in the world where elephants can be seen in their natural habitat in such absolute comfort and safety, and from so close. There are more than 800 elephants in the park, and you can sometimes get to as close as 20 meters from them. Often, after a swim, they indulge in their own brand of mudslinging. India is steeped in legends about its wildlife. Spending a few days at any of India's sanctuaries is a unique and memorable experience, an opportunity to see nature come alive. Come and experience India on the Wild Trail.